The baby has been born, and our gaze is immediately drawn away to a new scene, the shepherds. Kai poimenes esan en te hora te aute agrauluntes, kai fulasontes pudicas tes nuktos epitem poimnen auton. Luke often uses an imperfect verb to move between scenes, and we see that here, even if it's less surprising with the verb to be than it might be with other verbs. Esan, they were. The Kai links the sentence into the narrative, but the shepherds, the poimenes, are an abrupt change of subject without any marking. What were they? Esan agrauluntes. This is a periphrastic construction, using the auxiliary verb they were, along with the participle agrauluntes, which comes from agrauleo, which is a compound, from an aule, which is the courtyard, and an agros, which is a field. In between these two comes a further description of what is happening. En, te aute te kora te aute. Kora is a land, and aute in this context means same. And you repeat the word the to hang the word same off land, so in the same land. There were shepherds were there, living out in the fields. Agrauluntes is a New Testament hapax too. A hapax legomenon. That means it's only used once in the New Testament. Another example of Luke making his vocab mark on the narrative. A second participle continues the story. They're guarding fulasontes, a guard, which is commonly translated along the lines of keeping watch. Using the same lexical root, fula, in multiple forms is something we see a lot in the Old Testament, so as a stylistic device brought into the Greek of the New Testament. Commentaries will sometimes describe it as inflecting the topic, but you might also hear it called polyptoton. The watches are plural, which may give us a sense of the shepherds each taking turn rather than being a block. When are they keeping watch? Tes nuktos, during the night. If there weren't a tes there, a the, I would say this was a standard genitive being used for a time phrase answering the question during which time did the action happen. The presence of the article may suggest that it instead describes the watches. It's not entirely clear. What are they keeping watch over? Epi, on, ten poimnen auten, the flock of them. Their flock. Flock here is singular in the Greek, although you could construe that as distributive, with each shepherd having their own unit. It's also a rare word, only used 5 times in the New Testament. Much more common is probaton, which is used 39 times. So why the rare word? Well, what it does do is give us another link between words. You've got a poimner and a poimen, giving you a verbal echo, bounding the text, another neat stylistic detail. Nowadays, there's a small chapel built into the field where this is supposed to have gone on. There's a rock-cut area and a chapel in the centre. It's a beautiful and meditative place to go, and somewhere a driver will happily take you, should you find yourself in the vicinity.